The dollar rule. Stop wasting your money on plants. And you know, one of these basil plants costs $5. Sweet potato slip, $4. Same nursery, same time every year. You don't have to spend that kind of money. We went shopping the other day, and you remember, now you look at some of the container basil and tomatoes, they're upwards of $20 a piece. You get one bad night, and you can lose all of that. Now we watch all these people, they load up their carts, and they're itching to plant just like we are. I'll tell you, the store's gonna have tomatoes when the soil's ready to put them in the ground. And I'll bet nobody told you that $1 could do what 20 can't. I'll show you my dollar rule. Oh, finally made it back. Now I was able to find 3 different kinds of basil that met my criteria of having at least 4 plants in one container. This works really well with basil, not so good with anything else, but I'm going to show you how I took Lowe's sale, 3 for $12, to make each one of these 50 cents a piece. Well, you'd say there's 4 in here, and if that's a $4 pot, that should be $1 a piece. But we're going to go ahead and, this is my trick. Now when you look at basil, everywhere the leaves are coming out, like right here, that's a node. Up here's a node. That node is either going to bush or it's going to make roots. So we're going to come up, this one's big enough, we're going to come up to the second node, and we're just going to clip that off. Now this node right here, we're going to take the leaves off of it because we got plenty going up on top. Now you be careful not to rip the stem, but I can just pinch those out of there. And then we're just going to put that in a glass of water, and in a couple days that will root, and then we'll make another plant out of it, and we'll turn this 4 into 8. We're going to do the same thing for the Thai basil. When these root up, we'll up pot them, and we'll have doubled what we bought. These leaves, I'm not throwing those away. They're going to be part of dinner tonight. Oh, they smell great. But I'm going to go ahead and get these inside, let them get rooted. A bunch of you wrote in, said it was going to be 3 or 4 weeks before we had roots on these basil. I knew it would only be a few days. Check out the progress over the last week. And these are the exact slips that we took off. And these are the plants we took them off of. And they're coming back just fine. They're almost ready to start taking more slips off of. And I'm ready to up pot these. But you just look at the roots that we've got on these in just a very few days. I told you that entire stem will root. And the nice thing about basil is you don't have to worry about how deep you plant it, since the entire stem does root. You snug that back in, we'll give it a drink of water, and we've turned a $5 plant into a free food. And this works with all your basil plants. And to up pot them, it's just that quick. Now we got more free food. I didn't have to change the water. All I did was keep that glass full. And that's just how easy it is to turn a $5 plant into free food. Give them all just a little drink. We'll be good to go. Now for our sweet potatoes, instead of spending $4 a slip, we just let the potatoes we harvested last year go ahead and start making slips. I'll cut that end off and we'll put that in water and they'll start to root. Once they start rooting a little bit, we'll break those off, we'll put them in a glass, let them root some more, and then we'll up pot from there. And if you remember, we do not plant our sweet potatoes until Memorial Day weekend here in Zone 7. You can probably plant them a little earlier, but last night it got down to 46 degrees. These don't like it that cool outside. Even in the deep mix mulch where we moderate that temperature of the soil, I found that we get a better sweet potato harvest If we go ahead and get strong roots established early and wait until the soil warms up, and then we'll go ahead and we'll plant that directly in the ground. But those are some nice roots there. And then now that we have this glass empty, it's time to take some of these and transfer them in and let them start getting some strong roots. And they've got some roots formed already, but some of these, they've got a few little roots on them. They're getting a little crowded in this container. Oh, that's got a good root on it. Now you can take these just like that and go ahead and up pot them. I like to leave them in the water for a little while. Like this one doesn't have any roots on it at all, but it's got some nice leaves. This one almost has no leaves, but it's got some nice roots on it. So by separating them, you kind of know what you have to work with. We've got almost a dozen sweet potatoes left from last year's harvest, so we'll continue this process right up until planting, and I hope you join me for that. And yes, we're going to do a roost out style sweet potato garden. It's not going to be the same as our potato garden where we just dropped them on the ground and covered them up. Because with the sweet potato, if you drop that on the ground and covered it up, all you'll do is get nice green foliage, which is wonderful. Those leaves are edible, but that's all you'll get. What you want, you don't want that tuber to put its energy into foliage. You want those roots to put its energy into more tubers. And that's how you eat for free. But that's my dollar rule. Take your $5 basil, turn it into free food. Save your tomato seeds, turn it into free food. Take your one store-bought sweet potato, get some slips off of it, and you'll eat free forever. Now coming up, I've got 15 of the most burning garden questions out there, and I'm going to do a little series and answer each one of them. I hope you join me for that. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Goopy, come here. Goopy. You're full of stickers. Where you been? Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.